welcome back to the first case for this video film from Friday. In today's case, we are actually going to Georgia. This case doesn't actually have a lot of news coverage. Of course, I did sources down below. I think like maybe 3 sources, but I got the majority information from the first source, which is another YouTube video that covered this case. And so yeah, let's just go and get started.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed. Think you're something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
So of course, always gotta start with the killer. Tyrone was born sometime in 1986, so he's like in his 30s when this happens. And he has a girlfriend named Salena Tyler, who was born in 1999. So when this happened, she was like 23. So Tyrone and Salena would have a son together named Travis. He was born in 2021, and he was found to have THC in his system, which of course, you know, that's not good for a baby to have in the system. And so then, of course, nurses are basically warning, like, not to leave the child alone with the two, except sadly, he would be left alone with the two. And so on February 13, 2021, Salena had left Travis alone with Tyrone. Where she went, I would like to think that she went to work, but, you know, who knows. Tyrone would call her later to tell her that Travis was breathing. She would return home. She called 911 and performed CPR, allegedly. After being told there was no brain activity, the two had made the decision to pull the plug. His cause of death would be hypoxic brain injury, and it says from lack of oxygen. And so the two were also charged with first-degree child cruelty and murder. Both their bonds were set at $60 grand. Charges would get dropped due to lack of evidence about only 18 days before it was Sampson's turn. So somehow they got out. I guess they had the bond money or something, or so they were out. They had conceived another child, and by the time their charges for Travis's murder was about to be dropped, it was pretty much about to be Sampson's turn. And so then, it doesn't even say the day, but at 11:11 one night, Sampson was transported to the hospital. Between 11:11 and 11:30 that night, he was legally declared dead. And so then at 11:30, the hospital called police concerning the suspicious death of Sampson, you know, as they're supposed to. The parents will say they left him alone on the recliner on his back for about 40 minutes. When Tyrone had returned, Sampson was allegedly unresponsive. His autopsy was ruled suspicious. Tyrone and Salena were charged with second-degree cruelty to children. The warrant claims that the two left Sampson unsupervised for at least 2 hours. It also says roach infestation, exposure to drugs and alcohol, broken furniture, and instruments that were seen dangerous. So who knows what that even could be. A district attorney by the name of Catherine told the judge that the baby was born 3 months premature, suffered a lung disease, and required a feeding tube. The staff of the hospital even showed them what daily needs Sampson needed, and even provided 84 hours a week of nursing care if needed. So then a little thing about Travis was actually brought back at least 5 times after his birth, and then on one occasion he was left unattended and not attached to his ventilator while his parents were outside making a fire pit. He was found turning blue and was luckily resuscitated by EMS. The couple was even given orders multiple times not to turn off the ventilator, which they still did anyways. The couple even lied and said that Travis would take out his tube, but the alarm didn't go off. And so for this to even happen, the tube would have to be taken out and something else would have to be put there in order to trick the alarm for the alarm not to go off. Because if the tube goes out, obviously the alarm's going to go off, as it should be. And so they claimed that Travis would put his fingers there instead. However, since he was an infant, it was too small. So as of right now, they are in jail for the murder of Sampson. Will they decide to charge for the murder of Travis? I mean, due to double jeopardy, they could. I don't even know how Georgia works. I mean, if they really wanted to, they really could press charges against Travis, if they genuinely really wanted to. And so, yeah, that was the case of Travis and Sampson, at least what is publicly known so far. I think they're trying to get records to be publicly open, but the records that I found, as of right now, that's what's publicly open. However, in the future, that might change. When they get sentenced to, will that be public? Hopefully. And so yeah, that's all I have for this case of Free for Friday, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when